So it looks like allegedly Kamaru Usman is not wanting to actually sign the contract with Dricus Du Plessis. Maybe there's been a lot of lip service, like, yeah, I'll take the fight, whatever. But it looks like Usman is not wanting to actually sign the contract. That supposedly he's saying, Chale, Du Plessis took Israel Adesanya's African status. I don't want him to take mine. I've been struggling enough to keep it. He's going to be like, I've been trying to make people forget that I'm from Texas, that I'm from Nebraska. If this light skin takes me out, it's over. They said that Dricus Du Plessis' people colonized Africa, but they didn't know he was going to colonize the UFC. So this is Derek Lewis in his most recent fight right here. This is the dude a lot of people think are going to knock out Mr. Josh Hokit. His team is thinking of changing his name from the Black Beast to the Black Least. So this is Derek Lewis going into his famous turtle position, trying to show that strong defensive shell. Unfortunately for him, that does not pass in the UFC as intelligent defense. You know how they have the Philly shell? This is what they call the Houston shell. But again, it does not get you very far in the octagon.
Dream fight is Max Holloway. Obviously, he's fighting Conor McGregor in Conor's return fight in a month or so. How do you see that fight going down? Do you see Conor returning in good form? Do you see Max Holloway just putting on a masterclass? How do you see that fight going down?
I'm rooting for Holloway all the way, but
it's not a popularity contest.
McGregor hasn't put in nearly the amount of work that Holloway's put in. He hasn't been through half the battles, half the wars.
Half the battles, half the wars. Oh, so Max Holloway has more miles on him. He has more wear and tear.
And he's a southpaw with really good timing of the left hand. So I would have to.
Really good timing of the left. So we're talking about those pillow hands. I've talked about this too much. I know you're sick of it. But Max Holloway is the all-time leading significant strikes, dude in the UFC, which means he has pillow hands. You're never going to see Derek Lewis be the all-time significant strikes leader. You're never going to see that with Francis Ngannou. You're never going to see that with Chuck Liddell. When someone is a significant strikes leader, it means they don't hit hard enough. So let's not be afraid of Max's punches. Now, if we're talking about the Hawaiian punch, if we're talking about the OG, the traditional, the Hawaiian punch, oh, I'm down with it. I believe in it. I will ride with it until I'm full type 2. But that Hawaiian punch, Max Holloway style, nah, it's not hard enough.
To throw that to McGregor, but I'm going to root for Holloway.
I don't hate Max Holloway. I have nothing personal against him. He seems like a very likable dude. But I don't understand. Everything seems to be a popularity contest. Same thing with other people that I've mentioned. Max Holloway has no resume. Who's his best win? Brian Ortega? Calvin Kattar? Poirier? I've said this before. You can't elevate a dude whose resume is full of people that you make fun of. Everyone knows that Poirier is a bridesmaid. And I've always said the same thing about Gaethje. The only chance Gaethje has against Ilya is if he fights him like he fought Fiziev. Now, he has other good attributes. He has the chin and the wrestling and the takedown defense, a lot of head kicks, whatever. But at the end of the day, even at the beginning of the day, what Gaethje has is what he showed against Fiziev. But aside from that, I've always said it. Poirier, Gaethje, perpetual bridesmaids. Who else? The Korean Zombie? The guy that we had to name Zombie because the thing that he's most known for is taking such a good beating? That's Max's resume. I don't know why people are acting like Max is invincible. Because everything that they keep pointing to is that fight with Gaethje. Oh, he knocked out a rock'em sock'em dude. He knocked out a living, breathing, walking haymaker, which is what Gaethje was in that fight. He knocked him out because he went like that, and that idiot obliged because he was going to lose the fight anyway. And that's his highlight? That's the highlight of his career? If you ask me the highlights of Max Holloway's career, if we see his highlights the day that he retires and they put his package together, his highlight package, the top 9 at least are going to be his gameplay. I'm not even a Conor McGregor fan. I've never rooted for McGregor. I don't believe I've ever picked McGregor. Even if I thought he would win, maybe I just didn't want him to win. Couldn't stand the dude. Never could. I'm just an MMA truther. I'm going to tell it like it is.
Those businesses are getting massively disrupted, not the least of which now by AI. Well, you can't AI fighting. And there's nothing more human than showing up at an event and seeing a live sporting event.
You can't AI fighting. This dude hasn't seen the Terminator. The Rise of the Machines? Are you serious?
Of two elite athletes putting themselves
come with me if you want to live
on the line to prove that they're great at something. So I think the future of sport is very, very bright. I think the future of MMA and combat sport.
AI is the future. What are you talking about, bro? AI can't fight? I just saw an AI robot slap a little Chinese kid the other day on TikTok. What are you talking about?
Sports is very, very bright. And I just want to make sure that the PFL is occupying a pretty interesting and nice position with
it. The PFL could benefit from having some AI robots on their roster, frankly.
And that's really the goal. That's what we're trying to do. There are some people that really love the tournament that the company used to have in the US. And I stepped away from that. Now we've got
that's what we're missing. That's what we need more of. We need more kumites. We don't need matchmaking. What are they doing? Dating? They're fighting. We need to see who's the best, and we need to know like by the end of the night. Let's just have them all fight like 3, 4, 5 times and call it a wrap, and then we'll do it all again next weekend.
More traditional system with rankings and matchmaking, and we're selecting venues.
Those become popularity contests and contract disputes. We need a kumite.
Event by event basis. For anybody who's watched our events in the past and now they've watched this year, the pacing is improved. If you're in the arena for an event, it's more fun.
We don't need the pacing to improve. We don't need an assistant director going, come on. They gotta have us out of the venue by 10:15. No. Fighting is gonna have to take as long as fighting takes. Remember Royce Gracie versus Ken Shamrock Part 2? That fight was 9 hours and 45 minutes. We need to go back to the old style ways to find out who's really the best, not constrict them to time limits. That's not a real fight. Now you're putting artificial stipulations on it. You're not going to get a real outcome.
Paid a lot of attention on how do we keep the audience engaged for those that are there live.
Let it be a real fight.
We've instituted walkouts, which are really kind of fun. The fighters really like it. And we've even had some live music accompany some of the international event walkouts. And so, ticket sales are up, ratings are up on ESPN. So early signs of strong, encouraging results. But I'm also, like I said, I'm my own biggest critic because I want things to go faster.
I'm your own biggest critic. Dude, this is like some Despicable Me stuff right here. This is like something that you would see Gru doing, just rolling down the street. I don't even know if that's, I guess it doesn't matter because, maybe you'll take the citation or whatever. I don't know if that's legal. It is Las Vegas though, and you could do a lot of things in Las Vegas that you can't do in other places. So, he probably could have even had a couple ladies on there. And I mean that both literal and metaphorical. I'm not trying to be a hater, but this is some party city type stuff right here. And I don't even think, I've said it before, I go full Khabib Nurmagomedov. I don't even think we should have ring girls. I think they're going to do nothing but get people caught slipping, get people caught up, get them in precarious situations. They're going to lead. You know how many dudes probably aren't even allowed to watch the fights because of ring girls? The UFC would have better numbers if they didn't have ring girls. But if you're going to have them anyway, maybe do like, remember that one commercial with Sydney's Weenie? Just put like some of them, put some jeans on, put like a cowboy hat, go like full Kid Rock, put some flip-flops or some boots. Put like a wife pleaser, something like that, the red, white, and blue. I don't know. Just like some, rando chick is going to look like at a 4th of July event or something like that. But this is crazy, man. This looks like a Halloween party kind of stuff. Alex Pereira does not want to wait around for Tom Aspinall if he beats Ciryl Gane this weekend. I don't think that Tom's going to be ready. I don't think he's even training. I want to fight somebody as soon as possible. I'm 38 years old. I ain't got time to lose. I need to fight. That is amazing. That's exactly what the UFC needs right now. They need an active champion. They need someone that's going to be enthusiastic and eager to get back in there and defend. That's going to be so exciting. However, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that Ciryl Gane is going to kick his butt cheeks in, and Alex Pereira will never have that chance. You know, like in a metaphorical way, it's like the way that Pereira is seeing this, his vision is like as bad as Tom Aspinall's. The fact that he actually foresees that he think that would happen. Glover is saying that guy won't last 3 rounds under that kind of pressure. Is there something that I'm not seeing here that everybody else could see? And look at the false sense of hope that he's giving him. It breaks my heart to see Alex Pereira smile like that after he's being gaslighted. Look, he still has that weird, hesitant, choppy, kind of off-balance movement. Like, man, Gane is just going to weave in and out of him like butter, bro. Gane's going to be like that lotion on the skin. He's too smooth. Dang, so Bo Nickal was a good wrestler. Man. So maybe he should have just stayed in wrestling so he wouldn't be getting TKO'd and think that he's a boxer. Huh. Man, Ciryl Gane was jabbing Tom Aspinall so many times in the face. I kind of think the jabs are what ruined his eyes. I think he's lucky that the poke happened so that he could blame it on that. Supposedly, Aspinall is on his 11th round of LASIK right now. He's just trying to make improvements every single time he's making changes and adjustments to them. I think on this round, he's trying to add night vision. Breaking, the UFC has just announced a new ranking system is in the works. The new system is designed to reward performance and reflect results in the octagon and based on measurable performance instead of opinion or popularity. Dang. That's crazy. So even though he's not even active anymore, Khabib is going to be the pound for pound now. Just automatic. Megan Olivi looked like she was fighting a yawn right there, didn't she?
And I said, well, thank you very much. Because anything worth doing is worth doing.
She looked like when you...
And then they said, what do you think about Hoofy? And before he finished saying it, I said, of course. I've never said no to an opponent since I signed with this organization in 2020. And here we go. We get to go to compete.
I really don't understand why so many people dislike him. I don't. He's always up for a fight. Always eager to fight, always wants to be active, always puts on a show, fights like if he's in an action movie, even if it's not like intelligent fighting, he's just hopping all over the place, swinging, slamming people, slamming the South. I don't get it. It looks like the Homa Fight dudes are doing a meetup for the White House event in Las Vegas. They're doing a pool party if you want to go. Obviously, Ilya and Pereira are not going to be there because they're going to be at the White House, but it looks like Nina Drama might pull up. I know that Angel Padilla found the kickboxer. I know he found the kickboxer wardrobe on Amazon. And hey, Jessica's birthday is coming up. Jessica's birthday is coming up. I already know that when she's at work, he's at home practicing. Feeling so good today. Ain't nobody standing in my way. When Jessica comes home, she could hear the music like from the street. And she's trying to be nice. She doesn't want to ruin the surprise, so she has to text them like, hey, I'm coming up right now, I'm almost there. And then you can just hear the music lower. Feeling so good today. Ain't nobody